Hi students, today I am here to share a piece of information with you about a great scientist of our India, Sir V Raman. Indian physicist and Nobel laureate Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman was born in Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu on 7th November 1888. He had a keen interest in musical instruments like veena, violin and mridangam, and this led to his research based on acoustics. By 1918, he could explain the complex vibrations of the strings of the musical instruments. While working in Calcutta University, he led an experiment with K.S. Krishnan on the scattering of light on 28 February 1928 and discovered what is known as Raman effect. He was awarded Nobel Prize in Physics for this discovery in 1930 and became the first Asian to receive this award. Now, let us explore what is actually Raman discovered. C.V. Raman discovered that when light interacts with a molecule, the light can donate a small amount of energy to the molecule. As a result of this, the light changes its color and the molecule vibrates. The change of color can act as a fingerprint for the molecule. Today, Raman spectroscopy, which relies on these fingerprints, is used in laboratories all over the world to identify molecules and to analyze living cells and tissues to detect diseases such as cancer. When a beam of light traverses a dust-free, transparent sample of a chemical compound, a small fraction of light emerges in directions other than that of the incident beam. Most of this scattered light is of unchanged wavelength. A small part, however, has wavelengths different from that of the incident light. Its presence is a result of the Raman effect. Scattering of light is the phenomenon in which light rays get deviated from its straight path on striking an obstacle like dust or gas molecules, water vapors, etc. Scattering of light gives rise to many spectacular phenomena such as Tyndall effect and the red hues of sunrise and sunset. When light is irradiated on molecules, the light is scattered by molecules. Most of scattered light have the same frequency with incident light, but some fraction of light have different frequency due to interaction between oscillation of light and the molecular vibration. The phenomenon that the light is scattered with frequency change is called Raman scattering. Because this frequency modulation is specific to molecular vibration in crystal, it is possible to analyze composition of material or crystal lattice information by analyzing spectrum of Raman scattered light. This analysis method is Raman spectroscopy. Furthermore, to analyze in microscopic area with Raman spectroscopy is combined with microscope as micro-Raman spectroscopy. Now let us understand what is spectrum. For example, electromagnetic spectrum. The range of wavelengths or frequencies over which electromagnetic radiation extends is called electromagnetic spectrum. On the other hand, the band of colors, that means different wavelengths obtained by dispersion of a narrow beam of composite light, is called visible spectrum. There are many types of spectrum. For example, continuous emission spectrum, line emission spectrum, absorption spectrum. But Raman spectroscope detects line emission spectrum and absorption spectrum. Lord Rayleigh discovered that when a beam of light was allowed to pass through a homogeneous and transparent medium, a portion of the incident light got deflected sideways or scattered. He found the wavelength of the scattered beam to be the same as that of the incident light. In 1971, Lord Rayleigh had given the correct explanation of the blue color of the sky on the basis of scattering of light by molecules in the atmosphere. He showed that the intensity of scattered light in a medium is inversely proportional to the fourth power of its wavelength. This type of scattering, known as Rayleigh scattering, is also called coherent scattering because there is no change in wavelength of light. One day in the summer of 1921, Raman was on the deck of a ship in the Mediterranean Sea en route to the Congress of Universities of the British Empire at Oxford. He looked at the beautiful blue color of the Mediterranean Sea and began to doubt Rayleigh's explanation of its color. Rayleigh had correctly explained that the sky looks blue because of a phenomenon now called Rayleigh scattering. If Earth had no atmosphere, anyone who happened to be around in such circumstances would see a white sun and a black sky. However, this is not what we see because sunlight interacts with the gases in Earth's atmosphere. Rather than coming straight to our eyes from the sun, sunlight is scattered in all directions by the atmosphere. Blue light is scattered most, meaning that it comes to our eyes from everywhere in the sky. Therefore, the sky looks blue. Yellow and red light are scattered least, so we usually see a yellow sun and sometimes a red sun. Rayleigh scattering is elastic. This means that photons of light lose no energy when they interact with gas molecules. The light, therefore, stays the same color. Raman discovers that the sea scatters light. When he sailed back to India in September 1921, Raman, an indefatigable scientist, had with him some simple physics apparatus, a prism, a miniature spectroscope, and a diffraction grating. He used these to study the sky and the sea and concluded that the sea was scattering light. Hence, when Rayleigh said the sea's color is simply a refraction of sky's color, he was not wholly correct. Raman reported his findings in a letter to the journal Nature. When he returned to his laboratory, Raman and his students began an exhaustive program of research into light scattering. Raman and his students continued researching light scattering in gases, liquids, and solids. They used monochromatic light, sunlight that had been filtered to leave only a single color, and found that a variety of different liquids, 60 of them, did indeed change the color of the light. They first observed this in April 1923, but very weakly. In 1927, they found a particularly strong color change in light scattered by glycerol. They called glycerin. Raman effect is the highly interesting result that the color of sunlight scattered in a highly purified sample of glycerin was a brilliant green instead of the usual blue. Raman scattered light contains various information on molecules in a substance. If you separate the scattered light by wavelength in order to interpret them, you can see that Rayleigh scattered light equal to the wavelength of the incident light is strongly detected, and Raman's scattered light is detected on both sides as shown in the above figure. Raman scattered light detected on the shorter wavelength side than Rayleigh scattered light is called anti-Stokes line, and that detected on the longer wavelength side is called Stokes line. In general, Stokes lines with higher intensity are used for analysis. The information of each dispersed wavelength is converted to wave number 1 divided by lambda, and the difference with the wave number of incident light is calculated. The difference between the wave numbers on the horizontal axis and the intensity on the vertical axis is called a Raman spectrum. From the horizontal axis, you can read molecular vibration information, and from the vertical axis, you can read the strength of activity. The following video is a video of Raman scattered light of water. You can intuitively understand Raman scattering by looking at it visually. Please take a look. Spectroscope is an instrument to obtain pure spectrum of a composite light using a prism. In this arrangement, a narrow slit is used to admit light to be studied. Lenses are placed before and after the prism to minimize overlapping of colors. A simple spectroscope enables observation of many spectra. In improved forms, spectra can be studied and analyzed to get information about sources of light. Special spectroscopes are required to observe Raman effect. In Raman effect, there are additional frequencies apart from that of incident light. For this reason, Raman scattering is called incoherent scattering. Raman gave satisfactory explanation of the incoherent scattering on the basis of quantum theory of radiation. Raman effect has been observed and studied in a great number of liquids, vapors, gases and some solids. Raman effect is very useful to understand the structure of molecules that constitute matter.